Are the Boston Celtics on the brink of a game-changing move this offseason? Rumors are swirling that the front office is eyeing a promising center from the Western powerhouse, potentially adding depth to an already formidable lineup. With Kristaps Porzingis holding down the fort and Al Horford aging, could this be the strategic play that propels us to another championship run? Stay tuned as we dive into the details, and remember to subscribe and hit that like button to keep up with all things Celtics. The Boston Celtics are gearing up for what promises to be an exciting offseason, and there's a buzz in the air regarding potential moves that could elevate this team to new heights. With a solid core already in place, the management is keenly aware that even the best teams can benefit from strategic additions. One area that stands out for improvement is the front court. While we all appreciate the talent and skill of Kristaps Porzingis, his injury history raises valid concerns about his reliability moving forward. Plus, let's face it, Al Horford is not getting any younger, and his age could become a significant factor as we advance into the next season. The Celtics are not just focused on the immediate future. They're also thinking strategically about how to bolster their roster. Eric Pincus from Bleacher Report has identified Jalen Williams from the Oklahoma City Thunder as a potential trade target. Now, let's break this down a bit. Williams, while still developing, has shown flashes of what he can do on the court. Averaging 5.1 points, 5.3 rebounds, and 2.3 assists per game. His numbers might not jump off the page, but what he brings, in terms of energy and hustle, could be exactly what the Celtics need as a backup for Porzingis. Now I know some of you might be thinking, is this really the right move? Honestly, I'm torn. On one hand, the Celtics need depth in the center position, especially given Porzingis' track record. On the other hand, Oklahoma City values Williams highly, and acquiring him could be a costly endeavor. It's a tricky situation. Would the Celtics be willing to part with valuable assets to bring him in? And what impact would that have on the team's future? Let's consider the implications of this potential move. If the Celtics manage to swing a deal for Williams, it could provide them with a young, energetic player who can help shoulder the load during the regular season and in the playoffs. This is a team that believes it can contend for another championship, and every piece matters. However, it could also come at the cost of losing some depth elsewhere on the roster, and that's a trade-off that needs careful consideration. Moreover, there's the looming question of what will happen with Luke Kornet. He's been a solid backup, and while the Celtics might want to keep him on a minimum salary, there's always the risk that he could get a more lucrative offer from another team. If that were to happen, would the Celtics be ready to pivot and explore other options? Or would they feel compelled to make a move to secure Williams, potentially letting go of Kornet in the process? As we sit here analyzing these potential strategies, I can't help but feel a mix of excitement and apprehension. I know I'm not alone in wanting to see this team succeed and capitalize on the talent they have. The front office has shown they're not afraid to make bold moves, but they also need to tread carefully to ensure they don't disrupt the chemistry that has made this team competitive. So, Celtics fans, I want to hear from you. What do you think about the possibility of bringing in Jalen Williams? Is he the type of player that could help us on our quest for another banner? And what do you think about the potential ramifications for the roster, especially with players like Kornet and Horford in the mix? There's so much to dissect here, and your opinions matter just as much as mine. O'Shea Brissett is back in the NBA, and it's been nothing short of impressive. The former Boston Celtics player has signed a 10-day contract with the Philadelphia 76ers after spending some time in the G League, and his performances have caught the attention of everyone, including us Celtics fans. In his first 2 games with the Sixers, Brissett has shown flashes of the talent that made him a promising prospect in the league. In his debut against the Indiana Pacers, Brissett scored 14 points, shooting 5 of 8 from the field and knocking down 3 of 5 from beyond the arc. Just a day later, he followed it up with another strong showing, contributing 13 points against the Dallas Mavericks, hitting 6 of 9 field goals. It's clear that he's making the most of this opportunity, and as a Celtics fan who watched him during his time with us, it's hard not to feel excited for his success, even if it's with another team. But let's not forget how this all unfolded. Brissett was thrown into the fire just hours after being signed. He was playing for the Long Island Nets the day before, and when his agent called him with the news, it must have been a whirlwind. He went straight from a morning routine to boarding a flight and then heading directly to the arena. That's a lot of pressure, but he handled it like a pro. It's moments like these that make you appreciate the hustle and determination of players in the league. Now, while Brissett's success is great for him, we have to think about what this means for the Celtics and the broader landscape of the NBA. He opted out of his contract with the Celtics last season, with the hope of finding a bigger role elsewhere. Did he make the right choice? Honestly, I'm a bit torn. The Celtics are a championship contending team, and Brissett had the chance to be part of that core. But with the way he's playing now, it certainly seems like he was right to seek out more playing time. This brings us to a crucial point: the Celtics' roster decisions and how they impact our future. When Brissett was with us, he showed flashes of potential, but with the depth we have, it was tough for him to carve out a significant role. Now, as he's making waves in Philadelphia, it raises questions about whether the Celtics missed an opportunity to keep a developing talent. The front office is always looking to balance experience with potential, and while we've built a strong roster with star power, we also need to cultivate young talent. The question remains: could Brissett have filled a role that we now find ourselves needing? With injuries and the long grind of the season, depth is crucial, and having a versatile player like him could have been beneficial. As fans, we invest so much emotion into these players and their journeys. When someone like Brissett thrives, it's a bittersweet feeling. You can't help but root for him, but you also think about what could have been if he were still in green. And you know what? This is the nature of the NBA. Players come and go, and teams must make tough decisions. So, what do you think? Was letting Brissett go the best decision for the Celtics? I want to hear your opinions down below. As we follow the Sixers, let's also keep a close eye on how this impacts our own squad as we strive for that elusive championship. We've got a lot to discuss, and Brissett's journey is only part of the story. The Celtics have made some strategic moves this season, and I believe we're on a path that can lead to success. But we need to stay engaged and vocal about our thoughts on these decisions. Don't forget to activate the notification bell to get all the latest updates. Like, share, and subscribe to the channel to stay connected to everything Boston Celtics. Let's keep this conversation going and support our team as they navigate through the season.